Hey, this is another episode of Candace Michelle Views, where I give my opinion on what I am viewing on any mainstream media platform that you could think of. So today I want to go over Bianca. She's known for being on Love and Hip Hop, but she has been in the game for a long time. I will go over her background, but you know, it just seems like I'm always doing the Love and Hip Hop characters, but you gotta understand that this little arena of entertainment world is pretty small, and when it comes to the black area of it, it's even smaller. So it's not my fault that I have to continue to pick out people from Love and Hip Hop, because they do transition on in the hip hop in music industry. So that is like the most influential industry, which is music. So that's why I usually go for A-listers music wise or actor wise, because they're the most influential. They're top gatekeepers. So yeah, if it happens to connect back to people that's been on Love and Hip Hop, then so be it. I cannot change that. So anyway, let's get to Bianca. Of course, just starting off with her name. It's Bianca is king, I believe. Bianca is king. You already see the king part. The roles that they're playing. She's already beginning in her Instagram name. The king part when she's actually a woman. So you already see that it's already starting. So let's get started. She is known for her name being Young B at first when she hit the scene. I would not say she's born and raised in New York. I'll have to look into her bio. I believe it does state that. But, you know, I believe that a lot of these people, if they are born in America, they usually are kizzy kind of situations where their dominant parent or grandparent is from probably most likely the areas that have been pushing the industry, which is the South America area. I went through this with my history. If you want to figure out all this stuff, check out my history channel if you could keep up with some of the stuff that I say, because I'm not really into teaching. So I'm just trying to give out what I can give out and find evidence of videos, of history videos, you know, general history videos, not people like YouTubers, but general history videos, just giving out the detail, just information of history that's been documented. And I try to back up those things with that information. And it kind of gets jababbled. I'm going to try to do a better job. But, you know, it's hard to just tell people stuff that, you know, you think everyone kind of got an idea of. And some people don't have any idea. And it's just like, okay, well, where do I start? Where do you begin? Where do you end? Because it's so vast. So anyway, she's from New York, Harlem. As you can see, the looks change. Okay. And then it's funny because, you know, I don't think this is her. I think this is the person I'm accusing her of being, but I can't really tell. I can't really tell if this is her actually, or if this is the person out. You know how they throw in a picture of somebody and you think they're twins, and then they'll put a picture up, you know, like case if Justin Bieber, then like the weekend picture will be right here and they're saying it's her. So I think this is the person I'm accusing her of being of, but it may, like I said, they're twins in my eyes, same person in my opinion. So it could be actually her. But she looks just like the person I'm about to advise that's playing the second character. She is the main character, Young B. And she was an actor. She came out with the song Chicken Noodle Soup with a soda on the side. I'm assuming from the Chinese restaurant, right? Yeah, so we're going to keep it moving. So Bianca is King, now also titled Bond God. So we already see where that's going, as well with, I believe, a numeral 6. It's like it's called an exponent 6 because it's very small at the top. So we have an exponent 6 in an owl. I do want to point out a lot of things more going forward, so it can make more sense in my history channels as well. When I tell you about the scientific method and them going backwards, I'm going to have to go into that in history. I do not want to like mix the videos. But anyway, Bond God, aka Bianca is King. It sounds very mannish. I'm not saying she's a man. I'm just saying this is the roles they have to play. It has to be a crisscross, making an X, a crossroads. They want to have people in a fork of the road. Like you could go whichever way when you shouldn't. It should be a direct lane you should be in. But anyway, I believe she's playing the role of Young Miami. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, I think Young Miami is being played by Ari, but I already told you, Ari is so connected to Tiny. I don't care if Ari and Tiny are not the same people. They are definitely in the same family line. She's been appointed by someone like Tiny. You know, it has to be someone like that going on for her to have the same phrase of period pool when Tiny was the original person saying period pool. And they just gave it to Ari like it was hers, and all the connections in that video, just check it out. So I don't think she's playing Young Miami. And if you really take a look at Young Miami, I think you're maybe saying it with like the face, but they all have that Japanese round face. And I'm going to get into that in my history because it's connected to California and things like that. And it goes on and on towards South America and up to the Caribbean island areas. But we're going to just keep it moving because we want to stick focus on the Twinsy files. So yeah, if you don't see it yet, I'm going to build it. So it was super funny that yesterday I was gonna do this video, and I got it all together, obviously, and then I'm laying down the vocals today because I didn't, have I just wasn't really up to, after putting all this together. So it's gonna probably be a long video, so and that's why it took so long to get this together, because I've been getting this together, but then like other things get in between, and I leave stuff. I'm the type of person that leave things and pick it back up. So here we go. So yesterday I was planning on putting out the video, and then here goes the shade room. Desperate in my head, seeing that I'm working like a little, busy bee, or whatever you want to call it, a little ant, or whatever they want to label it. Working very hard at getting these, videos and photos in line, and then they put up Bianca on the shade room, and I always put the shade room in. I could put up any other platform, but the shade room and the breakfast club, it's like in Vlad TV. It's like, do we have to go any further? If you're on that platform, you're compromised. You're signed into something. You're going to be speaking somebody else's opinion. You're a mouthpiece. So that's why I go straight to this. There's no point in going to anything else, because we know that these outlets are compromised. So anyway, they put Bianca up on the shade room, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I am going to do a video about her today, so I guess that's why they are doing it. And then here they go putting up also Young Miami yesterday. See, it says, if you see down here, don't mind my nails, you see it says 10 minutes ago. That was yesterday, and that, I didn't really get the time in here, but it should probably say like an hour ago or something. But anyway, I just thought it was weird that they did that back to back. If you look on the shade room, it'll give you the time frame that if this was yesterday. So if it's a quick Instagram check. This was literally yesterday in the same day. Y'all could think that being like arrogant or something, like, oh no, they're doing bullcrap. Because the guy Kwame, I already called him out and used my 14, when I said I was 14-year-old, started work, he used that line in that devil, or it was like the video after, but he stole the devil line, and then like the title, and then because it's within a day or so, and I don't see you, it's just not a pattern of yours, you never did it before, and then you do it a day after somebody, is usually being, not saying stolen, because you could be doing what I'm doing and take my clips and say, and I would not care. But if you're going to take my title, and you're going to take my specific lines and say, oh, I was 14 years old when I started working, and then you say that the next day in your title saying the devil, something to say you was 14 years old, started working. When you feel uncomfortable about that, if I know I'm a small YouTuber and I did that, and then I see a big YouTuber do the same line in their title in the same line that I used, not used, but I said I was 14. I doubt he was 14 starting work. He needs to prove, he could prove it if he wants. I could prove it. I doubt he could prove that what struggle do these basketball players and stuff have when they are famous at 18? Like, they take off at 18. It's like, bro, you're struggling at 7. We don't care. Like, people struggle well up to today. Like, leave us alone. Leave people alone. Like, and I'm not even saying that people are struggling like dying out here, because America is flourished with opportunities and abundance of food. So we're not saying we're struggling in that sense. We're saying we're struggling in the scheme of the American dream. So anyway, that's going to be history. So like I said, we're not playing any games with these people. I know they're stealing and they're harassing because they don't have a brain of their own. So they got to use these devices to steal from humans that naturally do this with no problem. and we don't have the access to any of their devices to make a better production and better, you gotta add on a handler usually that'll be standing right next to you. A lot of these YouTubers, if you don't pay attention, they have people right next to them. Like, I thought this was your own situation. If you want me to show you my area, I don't really want to show you my spot, but I have no handler here. It's no handler. It's just me, and I don't want to be anything because I got my little, it's Sunday. But no handler next to me, but it's not. That's beside the point. I'm just saying they stealing. They're not stealing clips. They're stealing personality and thoughts. I don't like that. I said everybody has their own opinion. Use it. Don't steal opinions. Still or agree with opinion. When you usually agree with an opinion, you gotta state the source. So state the source where but I let them run with their stories. And also, when I did the young Pharaoh situation, I was like, let's skip up to the meat and potatoes. I did not invent this word, but I find it weird the next day when Kwame got arrested, the basketball player Kwame Brown got arrested, allegedly or whatever. I don't know. I don't care about their business. I'm just saying that he used, I care about my stuff. He said, oh, let's get to the meat and potatoes. I said, oh my God. Like, guy, chill. You never said meat potatoes before now? I watched your stuff here and there because you've been arguing for 3 weeks straight. I've been watching it with y'all. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody's attention. And y'all got a lot of people's attention. Y'all stop talking about history and stuff and stuck on this argument. And it's all good as long as it's busting up the stuff that I've already said. It's definitely sex slaves and blah, 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 blah. I've been telling y'all this. But anyway, let's see how I got sidetracked. Sorry. So Bianca is King now goes also AKA by Bianca Bonnie. She signed a deal a long time ago for 1.7 million for chicken noodle soup deal. So bang, she's in the game, right? She's stamped, she's sold. I don't want to, allegedly, my opinion, the way I look at the game, the rap game, the game, the chess game, all of it. This is the way I'm viewing it, in my opinion. So boom, she's sold. Now she's in the game. She's probably their slave. Like, this is a debt. You got a debt owed to them now. You're spending up this money that never belonged to you. But anyway, so yeah. They'll give you so she gets on with this. Let's look at the lyrics. I felt like, Webstar, really, like, this is all the names. If you look at the names, it's always going to be these names, right? So if you don't have a name like this, you're probably not. You think, if you don't know if you're connected to this or not, you probably not. People know. These people know, okay? So, and let it rain and clear it out, and let it rain and clear it. That's the lyric. So this is like a native Indian tradition type situation where they call upon the rain because of droughts. And they believe that at times they call upon the rain for droughts or things like that, to the point where it could rain so hard that it will technically could flood and clear out, like what they will call, what do they call this? What do they call these floods? Mud floods? Like a mud flood, like where it's literally avalanches of. So yeah, this is all symbolism. This is not their music or their lyrics. They just pick people. They get people at a very young age. And this is what I'm advising y'all. When I talk about any celebrity or something like that, I'm not talking about me meeting them recently. If you ever want to be around or aspire to be, you better be out there at, I would say, 16, 17. They want them at 4, as young as you could get them. If you think you got a baby star, they'll snatch it up. But and if you allow them to snatch it up, they don't want you to have too much of a tighter grip. But anyway, like I said, they're usually born into it. They're not really getting random people. But it can happen if you're, playing ball right. And I'm pretty sure those people get chewed up and spit out. But anyway, they get them very young. Who knows how old she really was. I have stories where people will say this person is a certain age and then police got involved and the girl was 14. You see what I'm saying? So you don't know what age these girls be. Don't be thinking some guy come around like at 20 something like, oh yeah, this is my little sister or whatever. And she be saying she's 16, 17 and they be like 13, 14 runaways. But not her. Just a story in reference. In her case, she was young, getting put on. Allegedly, I believe that she probably was already related to someone. I don't think she maybe is the sex slave aspect. The people that, grab, because it's all kind of roles. She could be related to someone or whatever. Who knows? But I'm gonna go over her, and this is why I'm saying this, because I'm gonna go over her Breakfast or whatever. I think she had Vlad interview, where she says out her own mouth that, you know, she got taken in at a young, you know, got on at a young age or whatever. So I'm not gonna try to play her song because I'm pretty sure they're gonna clip me and it's gonna be a long video. I don't got time to be redoing this or editing, so I'm not gonna play this song. But y'all know the song. I just want y'all to see the little dances because the dances were very traditional as well. These are not really like hood black dances. We did the chicken noodle soup and all that. But if you really look how they are breaking the dance down, this is like, you know, and look at him in the tub. This is all stuff that they are being told to do. You know, this is the dances they want them to present. And as you can see, look at this one. And I rewinded it like, oh, did you see, you know, Tiana Taylor doing like some type of very like aggressive African-like dance. You know, this is like a very clear, you know, this is like probably the dances they were probably doing at the times, you know. So, you know, I think y'all got the idea of that, what I'm trying to say. Oh, God, here we go. I don't want y'all to see all this stuff because this is, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm going to do my little celebrity rant at the end because I've been doing my history stuff and I haven't been able to do my celebrity rant. So now I'm kind of like adding it at the end. If you're not interested in the celebrity rant and you just care about the Twinsy files, just end it at the celebrity rant when I advise at the end that I'm going to go into that. So, yeah. So, of course, now we can listen to this stuff.
You know what? Can you try to do it without clapping in the mic? Oh, I'm a rapper, trapper, hustler by day, artist by night, entrepreneur, young muggle in the making.
Okay.
No space fillers, please. No, that was like the period. That was the end. Yeah, that was okay. That was okay. Period.
Man, do y'all see the scam?
My whole world completely changed. I spent over 9 years trying to get back to where I'm supposed.
And I'm gonna show y'all the connection of it. You see the scam already. You see Cardi B, her, they all. Okay, let's keep it going. What the hell happened?
I need somebody like Wonder. Nobody. I'm real rebranding that needs you to be on that cycle with him. It's gonna take a lot of.
Here goes a handler.
It's gonna take a lot of work, but I want to see how you.
Allegedly, you know, and I got a picture with her. So I got a bunch of pictures with people like whatever. She just was walking past. I was going to see Erykah Badu or something. She was in there, so you know I'm gonna talk about that too because the Erykah Badu, she was there. I happened to take a picture of her. I tried to run down on Erykah Badu when she was on a stage, and people tried to have like a ring around the rosy tight hole where you couldn't get at the very beginning of the stage, and I wanted to get it up close, you know, so I almost like got into it. But I'll go into that story another day when I show some of the pictures of some of these people that I came across, some people that actually, you know, probably hanged around or whatever, and you usually do it at a young age. I cannot continue to express that because if I say something like, oh, this is 10 or 15 years, yes, because you have to be about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 if you still look very young and they think you're probably like 18. You see what I'm saying? So, but anyway, because they want you young and fresh and they try to sell you out. And I'm not saying sell you out like a sellout, like sex slave, you know?
I'm not playing with you.
Look, this girl's
or
digging
go
in my
get some
pocket to
more
get the
friends
envelope, and it's like I'm not gonna have this
be that person.
conversation. Get on my
Be the
pocket.
gopher. Supply.
Off of me, bro.
What y'all fighting for?
Yo, dude, bro, my bracelet, bro.
Okay, look
right
at
now,
the,
Bianca's
this is
just
propaganda.
being childish.
She took the paper. It said
Bro,
yes.
come on. This makes you rip it, but
This is propaganda being
Bianca's just being
displayed.
childish.
She took the paper. It said
Bro,
yes.
come on.
I don't know what's going on here. I wanted you to see, like, look at all that. Look at the handler right there. This is a pimp, allegedly.
Come
This
here,
is a pimp house.
Don't do him.
I don't know what they doing. If y'all don't start seeing what these productions are for, what they are for,
Relax, guys. Relax.
they wanted to display that the black girls are aggressive. Boom. See? Propaganda. Propaganda. Because you know these men would have punched, they would have went. So this is the game they play. This is the game. This is the direction everyone's going in. Oh, these black women are so aggressive and they truck drivers and the men they just getting attacked and they're gonna have to start lashing back out. Bullshit, BS. even if we were aggressive or something like that, that little tap right there would have got her teared up. He on TV, and not even if he on TV. This is a role. Oh, let him walk. Look how him walk away. He trying. Look, she's chasing behind. And that, even if this is a real scenario, it's still propaganda. Like, oh, we got these young people. We know we want to display this because this is what they out here doing. Of course, but don't pretend like this guy is gonna be like, oh, I'm standing strong at that age. Stop. They duffing out immediately, along with the girl, and the girl really don't get much but that little push off the head. But anyway, I'm just saying this is propaganda, and it's all scripted if you ask me, but whatever.
Damn.
It's not fair to me. Everybody got their answers in front of them. I had to wait 24 hours to know what my answer is, and you want to not tell me the answer? I feel like Chose is just holding this envelope over my head. I know I've never been pregnant by nobody in 2019. So at the end of the day, I'm just like, show me the envelope.
And you already can see chose us like Zeus or Jesus. And look, I'm gonna get into all that in history, but this is all not by accident. So why I'm saying, so you already see she's definitely a part of the game. She's playing her parts. She's doing her roles. She said, oh, this is not real life, and I can't believe y'all, but can't give you the real government names. They're not using anything. They're using a bunch of aliases. They're signed to things. They are not, and this is whatever. If you don't understand that this is their job, they're not being themselves and showing stop. They're assigned as jobs. It's corporations and everything behind this. They got to make sure they say the right thing so they don't get dropped by the right spot, whatever. So, you never get what industry you're going to make it in if you say anything that they don't want you to say. So, yes, you get coached, you get handled. Allegedly, I don't know about them. I'm just saying in my personal opinion about how the game goes. So, as you can see, she's already showing us young Miami vibes recently, and I already was starting her video. So when she did this was after, and I was like, again, just like what I said, the shame room, them posting them yesterday. It's just like, this was not too long ago. I was like, she knows I'm about to do a video. Or she's just trying to make people, because then, this is like the new thing where they're like, I wouldn't be surprised. They're like, ooh, do the video of me and blow up, I'm young Miami because that's my reinvented character, and they're gonna say that. Did I pass with Yandy?
And I'm from Harlem.
I want to try to hear as much as.
Can you try to do it without?
Yandy says she needs to reinvent her character, but mind you, we never heard about her until she jumped back in here, right? And here goes Yandy probably giving her an underwing situation.
Rebranding that needs you to be on that cycle with him.
Listen, I rewinded it.
It's gonna take a lot of work, but I want to see how you perform.
Right.
I want to hear the type of music
Look,
you
you're
can deliver.
hired. You're hired.
So one of my good friends,
You're hired.
it's gonna take a lot of work. And now I know it just wasn't that you were lazy, but you were going deal with life.
Right.
Unfortunately, though,
she's the manager.
there's some real rebranding that needs to happen with you.
You heard that? But unfortunately, though, it's some real rebranding that needs to happen with you. I'm quoting. I am quoting.
Bianca, and I'm from Harlem.
Oh God, you see, I wish.
Making.
No space fillers, please.
No,
that was like the period.
I'm gonna get back to them being. They're gonna reunite. They're gonna reunite as young Miami.
Nobody.
Some real rebranding that needs you to be on that cycle with him.
It's gonna take a lot of.
Okay.
It's gonna take a lot of work, but I want to see how you perform. Absolutely.
Oh my God, is this really like?
And with you.
Oh my God, this is annoying. Okay, this is it. If it don't go,
there's some real rebranding that needs to happen with you.
Okay, and the real rebranding was this. So here she goes yet again. City girls, she's repping her city girls. Everybody's a city girl, right? So you can't say that, right? Like, oh, well, everybody's doing this. I know, everybody wants to be a city girl, even though she's her own rapper and her own artist. And every artist I ever hung around, they only play their own music. And I tried to put other people's music on, and they flipped about it and was like, and they popped junk about that artist that was playing and was like, take them off. So, and that's not just one, this is more than 3. artists saying stuff about other artists and saying take that off and keep mine from day one album on to 6 albums in, and you're like, oh my god, all these songs suck. Like only probably 3 songs is popping, and like they trying to play 6 albums straight. But anyway, so this is weird that she's like, oh, I'm repping for city girls. Yeah, rep for other people. What about all them other girls? I don't know all their names, but the one that dated Dirk or what, Dirk, Fran, Vaughn. What about her? Or what about the other ones? Meg. Is she doing some Meg dances? But here she is with City Girls and reunited. And it feels so good. She was like, they finally put you on. I told y'all, they let her go on by herself for a minute. She was already in the game. They was trying to locate her. That's why she was in jail, okay? Until they got her, but they already had her. She was hired. You didn't hear Yandy? Did you hear Yandy? She said, I want to see you work. I want to see you work. And here we are. Here you is, girl. Something in Miami. She's not in Miami? They're not. She's been in Miami. Young Miami. She's young. I'm putting you back young. Y'all don't get it? My opinion. I might be a little bit different. I don't know. Then on top of that, sometimes I feel like I could identify with a lot of this stuff. So whatever. If you don't fly with the ideology and you consider it an ideology, enjoy. If you just here to just pick at it, but do one better. So yeah, here they go, back at it.
Bianca, and I'm from Harlem. You know what? Can you try to do it?
Now, both very different looking. Might we say? That's a fact. Both very different looking, and then here we go. These are the people. These are the ones that's always gonna be at the top below. They're the 5%. Y'all don't even get what 5% probably even means, in my opinion. Okay. Do y'all even because what is 1 or 2%? What is 3%? Then what is 4 or 5? You see how kind of game they playing here? Anyway, if y'all don't get it, y'all don't get it. South America statue. If y'all don't get it, y'all don't get it. Okay? All right? Sex slaves, in my opinion. Sex slaves. Sex slaves. You better promote it, girls. You better promote it. I remember when the strip club used to be like the low. Nobody wants to know this. Nobody wants you to know this stripper. Nobody. Bitches want to hurry up and get $1. Feed day, whatever they got to feed, or do it, pay whatever they got to pay, or go to school, whatever. This is different. These bitches promoting on their Instagrams. They got flyers up. They like, come pop out. Okay? This is sex slave for sale. Not them. Just what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, this is a lovely picture of them. Beautiful. I like to have one eye covered up in my photos too. It's my go for pose. And come on, this is the Condolini. This is that what is that? Caribbeans? The Caribbeans from. I mean, this is not. They're not from California, but this is that. This is the. It's that Western, old Western. Yeah, they believe in this kind of like multiple hands, and I don't know. And then of course, lick the ring of Saturn. They all gotta lick the rings of Saturn. That's probably hands crawling up. There, this is what they're doing, crawling up to lick the rings of Saturn. And they want you to just twerk all day. That music that Kwame play, is voodoo in my opinion. It's dark black magic in my opinion. He starts to play and you don't even realize you're starting to twerk. And then 20 minutes in, you're hot and sweaty and you're like turning the ear on like, wait a second. He played like 6 songs back to back and they all got twerking beats. So no matter, and then repetitive words. So no matter what, if you listen to that for a while, you're going to be dancing to it. And it's probably most likely going to be a twerk dance. Even if you're a guy, you're probably going to be doing a little knee bending kind of little weird twerk. I'm telling you, that's what that music does. It's like it's the beat most likely, and then it's the repetitive word, and it's like a trance. But anyway, we're gonna continue on. Yeah, so I already did a video on how they found this character. Finally, they already say in the interview that they just met each other. Blah 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 blah.
From the City Girls. Hey, Miami. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning.
So this is the gag. You know, Young Miami. She's on the Breakfast Club. Young B, once known as Young B, now known as Bianca Barney. And I'm going to go back to that Bianca Barney connection to Jocelyn, because she was in the house with her during the marriage counseling. So we're going to get into these connections, these circles, so y'all can understand how it's raw spinning around. And it's always the same states because of the laws of the land and of the water. So the coastal states are up for dibs changing them laws and of the land. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. She only made it to Vlad, but when she reinvents herself, she makes it to the Breakfast Club. If that makes any sense to you guys, let's go.
There's two of y'all.
It's been a long
Let's compare. Let's compare.
I looked up
this all the time.
You know, when Chicken Noodle Soup dropped, that was 2009.
She coming home soon. I can't give an exact date because we don't have an exact date.
They had no idea when they was gonna find her a person. They didn't know who they was gonna hire.
He was saying how when he first went solo and it was like him on stage by himself.
And please pay attention to how they look.
When he said he had a Xanax, he started popping Xanax.
Please pay attention to when they talk and how they look.
With my squad at y'all.
At first it was hard because I was like, you know, we was a fresh group. So for me to go out there by myself, being like away from JT, I was kind of like nervous. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work, which is me because people used to both of us. But when I got up there, it was just me by myself, and I'm always promoting free JT. I try to make it a movement, and they always screaming free JT. It's just gonna be comfortable. It still feel like she there because the crowd giving it the energy. They sing her
serious, but I would have never thought that at such a young age of 15.
And look behind her, See the God, and her name is Bon God.
Right, like how did you?
And right behind her, they got See,
Charlamagne,
the God. You know, just pay. It's like little things like that they'll do because that don't happen with all the clients that come there. They'll have little strategic backgrounds.
I was around like 13, 14.
So at first it was like
into these parties because my mom
I was scared, but
it's good. I just was really like, this is what I really want to
She
do.
said first she was scared, but
let me tell
she said first she was scared because it's good, but it was good exposure because she basically saying like I'm coming out with this mask, heavy, lubricated textile mat. I don't know what they do. It's not much they changing. You could see when she first came on, she was very darker, and I'm not saying she's darker or light or whatever. It's just they changed their appearance a little bit in the skin tone. I believe it could be just makeup, it could be light leg text, or a little, I don't know how they're adding, but that's probably what she's saying that she was nervous about. And you know, but it was great exposure because you know this is what the job was.
Sometimes I miss JT because like she in the bed, so they got to be a business. So sometimes I miss her business because I'm on the plane. When I miss her business, it's worse than the call. Like we don't talk. Like she'll ignore my email. She won't talk to me. I'm like, girl, I was on the plane. She be like,
and I don't know if you could really hear her. I'd like to do individual ones so you could really hear what they're saying, but it's like the video is already super long. I'm already in 30 minutes, you know? And it's like, I leave out a lot of stuff. So it's so much. You can't but do so much if you can't see the connection, if you don't see, if they're probably, you know, I don't know if they're not the same person, maybe twinsy, you know, that Illuminati kind of mixed twinsy thing they do. I don't know how that work with the incubator baby where they don't have to be necessarily in the same womb. I don't know if it's that Kylie handmaid where Kylie and Kim and them blatantly, well, at least Kim is blatantly show you black women had 2 of her last babies or whatever. So like, and then this is from biblical times. If you look into like what they are related to and what their religion is, I believe like some lady named Rachel like had 2 black ladies have her baby because she couldn't have whatever children did. Eventually she had a child and it was Joseph or whatever this biblical stuff. But you could see this is their practice. Like if they can have their own children, yes, but also they also want more. Whatever, that's not going to stop them. They'll have other people have it, and most likely it's going to be these black women that, if you look in the biblical times, that's who they had. It was the slave women, and these are the slave. You know, I don't know. Like it's hard to explain. Now you have to come to the History Channel, but she says, even in her interviews, I was very young when he got me. I used to hang out at these teen parties, and this is where recruiting. But as you hear her, she's saying when she was very young, she's always been writing since she was like 7. And these are always the same storylines. They give you that 17, 14-year-old. And when I go into my celebrity rant, I'm going to pin the 14-year-old situation that's circling. You know, just like the honey bun. It's a 14-year-old girl thing circling, just like the honey bun thing was circulating. And I'm going to get into that. It's weird code word. And anyway, yeah, let's continue.
Okay, so
I mean, what you want me to do? I found out they good.
Yeah. Did you already start on it?
From the beginning.
I actually stole meat from him because it was sold. He sold it to another artist.
Okay, so me and JT, we grew up together.
It's just something about it. And
we went to the same school, went to Kerosene Middle.
Oh my gosh, he just lied right in front of her. He said, let's just start from the beginning. How did y'all know each other? How did y'all meet? She said, me and JT, we grew up together. Now, grew up together means you knew somebody since they were little. Then she goes on right now and say, oh, we met in like, I think they met in like middle school or high school, if you ask me. That's not growing up together. Because you're just about 19, 20 something right now being successful. So, y'all knew each other for like 3-4 years. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look what the scam is like. I don't know how old is they probably, I think she's 30. I don't know. But if they feel like knowing somebody from high school is growing up to that, okay, I guess so. But usually growing up is like childhood. But she could probably mean like growing up high school. But that's where they're saying these people linked up at. This is all a scam. I'm telling you. She's stuttering already.
Since I was like 14.
Okay.
She was
14? Cold.
That's probably like 30 minutes.
She's going to tell you she's 14 as well. I don't know if I got this as loud as I got that one. She's 14 years old and kid party's getting put on. Stop, y'all.
Like 15 minutes away from each other. We used to always be at the same team club because in Miami it's fast. So.
Do y'all know this is Trina's goddaughter? Trina, the baddest bitch from Miami. This is her goddaughter, and I think I got a clip of that hopefully in here. So let's just keep it moving.
We were 16, 17, and web actually formatted. Going home at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we met.
We were 16. What I tell y'all? I'm on point because I know I'm from New York, okay? And anyway, let's go.
The hook. Yes, like I don't know what my mama was thinking.
Still got teen clubs in Miami.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. And it closed 2 o'clock in the morning, like a strip club. Yeah. So we met like.
You like stay out all night in New York.
Or was it a
strip club? We got after spots. And they like clubs. You come right up in there.
It was called
houses. All good houses.
They don't even know each other.
Still 2 o'clock.
It was called Pretty Bitches.
They stayed out all night. It's places to go after that.
Pretty bitches bang pink.
Yeah, pink flags, you know. So they had like they hate. You see this laptop right now? It won't let me do the video. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm complaining. That's me to over talking because they just put this thing up right in front of the lady Bianca, and we're not taking. The whole video is gonna be up there, and I'm gonna try to shift it around. But this is what they do during my stuff. This is my laptop. You think I don't know how to use my laptop? It is malfunctioning, and I didn't want to cut it off and reset it. I just wanted to get the video over with.
Please, like
you never rapped before.
Okay.
Never.
I heard that.
Yeah, it was already popular. We made a bunch of records. Like we have.
Can you believe that? I was over talking because, like I said, I couldn't do it individually. Is unfortunately she's overpowered her, so I can't really hear. But I do want y'all to see how they look when they do their interviews. Obviously, everybody always gives an NSYNC vibe. And once they get these NSYNC, once all these elements come together, I'm gonna do a Twinsy file. I don't care how they related, in my opinion. Or if they're the same person, in my opinion, that's what I believe that they are reinventing Younger and all that. Tiny turned into Ari. Well, I know y'all don't believe it, but you will be surprised how they do this. You see it in the movies all the time, but for some reason you think they're not gonna do it with them in the streets and in real life as well. Like anyway, what did she just say? Oh God, I forgot what she just said. She said. She said she never rapped before. She said she never rapped before.
Like we have JT. We made a bunch of records. Like we have JT.
She really know how to rap.
Actually.
He said, I thought you knew how to rap. No, not me.
Like I know rapper too. But
I'm not no rapper. So how you was the one that got in and held the whole team down for a whole year and a half until Homegirl got here? If you was never the rapper, you was nothing. This is a lie. They just don't want you to really connect, you know? And they don't want you to understand that these people and she's all nervous because it's like, come on. Scam alert. Cancel them. Cancel the scammers. Scammers times are coming up. That's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. It's really not about race. It's a group of scammers, and if they come from certain areas, too bad.
She called me because she was like, a bunch of people from Harlem. I don't care what I say in my mouth. Like, I'm very out.
Get a regular job, like the people you making fun
I
of.
would say something and I'll think about it.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what she loved about me. She was like, she felt like if she would have called anybody else, it would have been.
Don't know how to rap, and all of the A-listers, millionaires, don't know how to rap. Wow, how lucky are you?
I'm like, girl, what?
These 777 people. Jackpot.
She was like, rap your car, you know.
The pop lock, jackpot.
I had to be honest.
They hitting the jackpot. All of them.
I ain't thinking of nothing. So she come to my house and she was like, it was come on and sing the song. So I was like, all right. I went to the car wash.
Did you hear her? She's telling you how she got on. She said they was at the Ruckers and all the kids were still dancing. It was pouring. This is ritual. Oh my God.
What is this dance?
In my opinion,
she came to my
allegedly.
house. I'm like, girl, we don't even know nothing about no studio. What studio you gonna go to? I called this rapper from Miami. His name Iceberg.
Iceberg. And I used to love this book, a pip called Iceberg Slip. I'm not sure if you people are familiar with it. It's a very old school writer. Supposed to be. This is all propaganda and stuff. And I read I got like 2 books. I got like a whole bunch of books. I read all kinds of books. I got all kinds of books. So anyway, and I don't take books in. This is on men. You gotta understand what men stuff is. Man-made. I just like to know what people think, so I could have my info in my earbo ready. But yeah, a lot of scams going on here. They very telling. So look at them dancing. I just wanted to show you that she knew the whole dance like very well for a reason. Okay. Hey, this is Young Miami right here. This is. Okay, you guys don't see it as of yet. I still am into the scandal mode part of it, not the picture part. We just wanted to start really giving you some visuals of their beginnings, how they got on, that some of them not rappers, some of them been born rappers, some of them didn't know what to do, or they're both. She's from somewhere, but here she is in Miami when she was renovating herself. She comes out of nowhere, Young Miami. They're both pregnant at the same damn time. Okay? I do not talk about children. I do not care about what people do about with their business. I am just talking about things that they put in the media. It is free ball game to just grab it up and give your opinion and call it a day. It has nothing to do with anything else. Just educational wise, this is what I feel is the chess game that's being played. And if it's not, then it's not. And I've always said my opinion allegedly is nothing that I could pin on anyone. And I don't know if this is a crime. I think it should be a crime if they're faking and they're grabbing up other kids or blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Or they just having children, but it's the same person. And how do you have 2 different kids then? I don't know. But anyway, as you can see, Young Miami had her child October 18th in 2019, I believe. And when she had it, she says, Young Miami says, I'm convinced I have to be Chinese or Asian. Okay, y'all. Told you about the Asian persuasions, and this is the African, Asiatic, and all this other stuff. This is a big scam they've been playing, and the religion and all that comes falling down with them, with the Chinese, Asian, and African, Asiatic. Because there's no such thing as Africa. You see what I'm saying? If Africa was so important, they're the first men, da 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 da. Why was it the name Africa always a part of the world? Because it's so freaking important. All right. So I don't get why would they label African or anything when it's a very recent name. It's nothing ancient or biblical about it. Maybe the name Africanus or something like that relates to like a skull of a monkey head. But that's as deep as the African name, or not even African aliens or whatever. And I have to show you that. But I don't care about the monkey line. That's what their business is. If they feel like that's what's going on over there, of how humanity is beginning. So yeah. So she's saying she might be Chinese because the baby comes out light as and it could do that. But I just feel like it was weird that she was just saying this for, So here we go anyway. So Bianca has a son. She has a daughter. They always doing this. It's always with Tiny and Ari or with anybody. It's like the son and the daughter, same. Woo. Yeah, just try to remember that I'm trying to give y'all patterns as well. These patterns are just so strong in evidence. If you compile it together in like a short edit, you see what I'm saying? Of all of these things. Coincidences. So Bianca Bonnie, they're using this alias in this one. They're using Bianca Bonnie. Her son was born June 20th of 2020, whatever. I think that they all it's 2020 or 2019, whatever. Like I did the math. If you guys look it up, because it's hard to get everything. I thought the year was in here, but trust me, it's the same. It's like just months apart. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Not the same date, but same years, same year, within that same year. Okay? And I couldn't really find her age in much of her information at all. I was trying to look up her bio. It was very difficult. They just kept saying her like, oh, like she just appeared in Miami. Like they're like, oh, she's an American rapper, social media influencer. This is all they are, is influencers. This is what they're hiring for now. And member of a popular thing, Young Miami. They started a group in 2017. So, like, how long do they really know each other? You see what I'm saying? The duo is originally from Miami, Florida. They just got on. So they just like I don't get how this works. And then she's having a child in 2020, along with Bianca. They both seem to be doing the same things at the same times. But I couldn't really find her information. Young Miami, born as Isha. You gotta understand. And then Ro Mika. Isn't that what they call like Meek Mill sometimes when he act weird? They be like, oh, shut up, Ro Mika, whatever. But anyway, and it's always like some type of boy, girl. So in Brown and Lee, like Kwame Brown, and then this Lee, because she's probably obviously half and half of the Asian, Egypt, Caribbean, Pacificer alliance. Okay, but they don't tell you really where she's from. They say pronounced and born as, and they go on to say Jatibia, then they say the duo originated from Miami. They don't say born or nothing. Gathered attention, nothing about born. So I'm like, where is she born from? So I go to try to keep finding it. Now I see her birthday finally, and it's February 11th. She's in Aquarius, I believe. In I believe other one, she's like July 1st, which I believe is like a Cancer. I'm not sure. So that's not really a big connection there. But I believe their birth, she's 25. The other one is like a little bit older. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's they make them look younger. They reinvent them. It's always a younger thing going on. But anyway, they say Isha Romika Brownlee is known professionally as Young Miami from Opa Loca Miami-Dade. And you know Miami-Dade is always in the news. Florida. She is best known as Miami. It was just in the news, right? Miami-Dade was just in the news about a 14-year-old case with Brother Polite, allegedly, and things like in that nature. This is the same place. 14. Remember, she said she was 14. So let's just keep this pattern in mind. I'm going to continue the pattern of the 14-year-old girl with other things when I get into the celebrity rant. Because this is cold. So it's like the honey bun situation. So she is best known as a member. So it really doesn't say where she's born. It says she's originated. She's known from. It doesn't say born. Nothing born. Okay? I didn't get anything born from her. So if y'all want to say she's born in Miami, blah, 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 fine. But it's nothing that's really detailing that. You got to really pay attention to words. Because they have way with words. Okay? So Bianca Bonnie was born July 1st, and Ronald and Eline Dupree. So Dupree, that last name is very French-like in Harlem. So, that's that up northern, like the guy that was in that middle. Anyway, New York, the third of 5 children, blah, blah, blah. She grew up in Jefferson Projects. And Jefferson is an interesting name. Just like the move that guy George Jefferson, like moving on up. like George Jefferson, Jefferson Park is in Harlem, where George Jefferson lived in up Harlem or something, and he was moving on up and finally got a piece of the pie. And he finally got a piece of the pie. So, that's important because pi is the circumference of what? The earth or something? Isn't that the perimeters of the earth? Pi is 3.14. In 3.14, that could allude to 3 sevens, right? In some type of format, But anyway, that's beside the point. She was educated from Essence Street Academy. Wonderful. Usually people from the hood don't really have anything special going on, but maybe this is the regular school in there. I don't really know much of direct information of schools out there, but people usually go to like a PS or something. But that's nice. The struggle was real from the projects where you could go to a nice academy. F that is nice. Whoopsie. See, that's what happens when you be talking about people. But I don't mind, because this is for educational and informational purposes. So I will continue. It's getting a little bit, I'm trying to get through this. So I'm just trying to get fast of, I don't know if there's much in here. I think, we're going to just skip past this stuff. I was just trying to find the information. So let's get to the Bonnie part. I feel like, Jocelyn is over here trying, once she was a victim and now she's the victimer. In my opinion, this is how I view things, where they grew up in a bad situation growing up, very young. She said her own stories. If you know it, I don't have to repeat it. And then somehow, some way, they become victimizers, in my opinion. So she was always on Bonnie, but Bianca, as soon as she walked through the door, like she was the house mom, in my opinion. And then you saw him recently on her weird show that I do not watch, okay? I do not watch no Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch none of these shows. I told you I probably watched 1 or 2 shows, which is the Growing Up Hip Hop here and there, and I really try not to watch that just because it's recent and new, but I'm not watching nothing that's been on for 8, 9, 10 years, and they still arguing like they don't know how to go their own ways. You see what I'm saying? So that's not going to work. But she got her own cabaret. She went her own way, stopped arguing with people, and started arguing on her own show. And he talked to somebody on the reunion show. I just saw clips like on Shade Room and stuff. I get like clips. Yelling at another girl. Very pimpish, in my opinion. I mean, come on. She knows she likes her dad, her zaddy daddies. You know what these cold talks are about. Okay. So when you hear people using those words and stuff, know what they are referencing, maybe too. They're probably part of a sex slavery, in my opinion. I always been insinuating the sex slaves and stuff like that. So this is nothing new, but I'm not accusing anybody of anything. It's just my opinion. That was weird energy. So I feel like the Bonnie situation, her being there and her being on her back.
Time to speak out. I'm tired of being the other woman, while Mimi and Stevie's just living this regular life.
Now, mind you, this is very coded. I didn't never know how coded this show was until you know a lot more. Like I know a lot, but I never cared about how they moved in this stuff that, if y'all don't know what is the pizza getting, if y'all don't get what the movement is, I don't know what to tell y'all. I try to keep it light and smooth as I can over here. I don't like to get too dark, but I try to keep it light dark. You see what I'm saying? Because I want y'all to know it's dark, but very lightly, so I don't have to have issues with my page. So, I didn't know how coded these things were. So, and I already went over Mimi's kind of history, the scientific, her mother, everything, Nigerian, okay? I never was wrong with anything I'm saying. Y'all probably just don't get what I'm going because I'm not that great. I'm not a philosopher. People that study and try to be a philosopher, that's usually somebody trying to scheme because they want to get paid for it. You see what I'm saying? So they put in a lot of work and a lot of time to give you a real good sound bite of with, direction. They always give a direction because those people always got to stick to a script of religion or something. But they just want to get paid. So I don't stick to the script. I'm all over the place. I get the bigger picture. I like the largest picture of it all. I don't like to be in one region or nothing. So especially certain regions that got left out for no reason. So Jocelyn is like, I'm about to tell the story, but it's subliminal because look at the story she's telling.
Like nothing. Time to speak out.
Speak up.
I'm tired of being the other woman.
She's about
While
to speak
Mimi and
out.
Stevie's just living this regular life like nothing happened.
She's about to speak out. This is early on when she first was getting on. Look how, at first we thought this was wild other woman shit. But no. This is more deep, weird stuff.
If Mimi wants to get involved in his business, I'll get her involved. I'm gonna
Y'all
go
can
straight to
put
the
two and
point.
two together. Y'all
You
can
know,
figure it
you
out.
and I know that when I first met him back in December,
You and I know.
he didn't come home for 3 months. So I'm gonna just tell you like this. I know who baby I have in my stomach.
Now, this is
and
sad.
you know too.
And this is sad because they're going to be dogging her out about a baby in her stomach and all that. And mind you, she never had this baby, right? This is not the Bonnie Bella baby. So you see what I'm saying? And these people are wow. Look, I don't know if y'all going to get it, but whatever.
It's not gonna happen.
And we watch,
Baby,
imagine they
you're
had
not
us watching this stuff on TV, okay?
worth it.
Sick.
Wasn't get on, and I'm not trying to get on. I was a stripper. I haven't been to the rant. I haven't been to got every which way from Sunday. Now you pregnant by him? Yes. Do you even know who you pregnant by? In VIP. As we're having our conversation, she says that he's sending her text messages.
And this is what's
The
scripted.
next bitch pregnancy.
They're displaying this kind of polygamy type of polygamy. I don't care which I'm gonna call it. They're playing these things. That's why I showed you that Young Fowl video. Some of you, I don't know if that was scripted, but they promoting what they doing over there. Like somebody could book a Young Pharaoh room, knowing that he booking people and cleaning them out and running them in a room real quick so you could. Nah, I'm just joking. Are you kidding me? Oh, that is a joke. So let's continue on with this.
It is his baby. What are you doing with that? I don't know any man in that. It could be her baby.
Been a month, so, you know.
Been a month, so me really have to test you a little bit.
Come on, Mimi, come here, man. Mimi even came into the picture. So I'm glad she left because I had to handle my... I'm glad that Mimi left because it was supposed to be a conversation that Jocelyn and I
Look at
had
the hand
before
structure.
Mimi even came into the picture.
I mean, do I
So
have
I'm
to
glad she
rewind
left.
it and show y'all some of it? Yeah, y'all saw it, yeah. They tried.
Mimi even came into the picture.
They
So I'm glad
promoting
she left
weird
'cause I had to handle my
stuff.
business.
This is the life they live, and they want to make it seem like, no,
I
this
got
is
papers
baby
on
mama
for the rest
drama. No,
of
this
your
is
life.
something else.
What?
I send you back to the strip club.
You send yourself back to
This is subliminal. That's why I put this clip in here. They'll send these people back to the strip club? What does that even mean? Did she live at the strip club? Y'all thinking he being disrespectful, like, oh, I'll just send you back to the strip club. You sure that's what he mean? Or will he send her back to her country? Well, things are probably very bad that she gave you her humble beginnings of what occurred in her country and what was going on. She said it was so... She gave y'all a tour and everything. Of the drugs all over the floor. Her area, it was infested. It was over. You know what drug addicts hard would do with their children. Listen, you think he's sending her back to that strip club? And why she go on to talk about a contract that people be having people sign? So you understand why I be saying sex slaves and this and that now? Like, come on, stop. In my opinion,
go pimping, bitch.
I got papers on you
she called him a pimp right after
for
it.
the rest of your life.
What?
I send you back to the strip club.
You send yourself back to go pimping.
Ooh, child, look at that.
Mimi even came into the picture.
Now, did y'all
So I'm
see
glad
that?
she left because I had to handle my...
Play with me.
Wait a second,
I got
y'all see
papers
how
on
this
for the
shit
rest
fell
of
for
your
no
life.
reason?
I send you back to the strip club.
You send yourself back to go pimping, bitch.
Wait, I shouldn't be showing this lady then, right?
Why you with me?
Maybe
Go
this
get
is
your
too hot for my
bitch. Get your
channel.
bitch.
Or what?
I don't want to talk to you anymore. What we have is
Wait.
over. Bye.
I hope I don't even know
Jocelyn.
what the fuck just happened.
Why is she
I'm
coming
not
back
even
here talking
rewinding
to
that,
me?
right?
I don't
Wait,
want
I
to talk to
should
you.
because it
I
got
don't
wild. It
want to
got
talk to
wild.
you. Get your hands. I don't.
Wait, she called him a pimp and it got wild. I wanted y'all to see that.
You send yourself back to go pimping, bitch.
You saw how you would have thought she did something to him, right? No, he tore her up.
Back to go pimping, bitch.
Boom! No, she did nothing. She got him. She did nothing to him. Okay, y'all. Look, he disregarding this lady. He know what it is because she shouldn't be doing this, and she barely did anything. She just is mad that he threatened her to go.
Play with me.
All right.
Why you with me? go get your bitch. Get your bitch.
Okay, you say you already know what's going on here. I don't have to continue.
I'm finished. What, you threatening me now? This is all you do.
I got
With the contract. Ooh.
Get your bye.
Jocelyn.
Why is she coming back here talking to me? Why?
Cause you
I
in
don't
that,
wanna
cause
talk
you're
to you.
in,
I don't give a fuck.
cause you're in the alley waiting for him.
What do you want to talk
Get
about?
your hands out of mine. And I'm pregnant? For real? I'm finished. What, you threatening me now? This is all you do.
I got paperwork.
Don't say this or this is what's gonna happen.
I got paperwork on
I'm
it.
tired of following by your rule. And I'm pregnant? For
And
real?
I'm tired of following by your rules.
I'm finished. What, you threatening me now? This is all you do.
I got paperwork.
Don't say this or this is what's gonna happen. I'm tired of following.
Don't say this or this is what's going to happen. We're done with this. I did because this is not even about her. Okay. I just wanted to keep reminding people of like the connections, the circles, and what people going through, and this Miami stuff, and this Harlem, you know, like these are, you know, Harlem, New York, and, you know, polying on them from all these areas, and it's just like a occurrence of them looking alike, acting alike, and they all on TV for some reason. I think it's all a scam. I mean, I don't think that they're not being sex slaves. I think that this scam is scripted, and they're signed and whatever, and they're already belonging to, because that's how they roll. They already are belonging to. Sometimes I think they're like that their parent was already signed up to some, because I'm gonna get in history, in my history video, I'm gonna get into Kanye West and his mother. Okay. I want to get into that. So if y'all don't, because just like that song, like the code, you know, that the coldest story ever told. She was a woman so heartless. How could she be so heartless? You see, y'all probably thought he was talking, in my opinion, about a girlfriend or something. But in my head, in the research that I have, that's going to go into the history of the name Donda or Diana or whatever. Because you know they change it subtly sometimes, and trust me, yeah, he could be talking about that, you know, his mother being heartless, and how could you be so heartless? And if you put into consideration of what I've been telling y'all, you see what these songs are about. You see what how these children get on and all this other stuff, especially when they first get on. Anyway, so yeah, tragedy has struck young Miami. I don't know about anybody's business. I just like to add in any social media stuff that is out on social media. I do try to put it in if it's connected to them. This is young Miami's first child's father. And he's no longer with here, as they have stated in this article, as you can read, in their words, that she was accused of setting up the shooting of this gentleman. That's they're stating is her first child's father. Okay, so I guess you get that story, right? And we're gonna keep it moving, okay? All right. Sometimes they want to know if you're down or not before you could really, really be down. And I don't know if they tell people or if they're part. I think if they don't tell people and they're okay with it, or if they be like, yeah, I'm down and it helps their ranks, it helps their check. That's in my opinion. And you already know none of this money belongs to them because it's all made up. This is the door that they made. They have nothing, so they made something up. And that something up they made is nothing. So this is like that IOU ticket they used to hand down and be like, you owe me for that pie. You owe me for that lawnmower you're borrowing. You owe me. And then when it's time to pay them, it's like, that didn't add up, right? Well, interesting, but so yeah, it's just same scam kind of running on. Where they giving you $26 million, or did they give you $26 million? What the contract say? It's a con and it's tracking you. What does it say? But anyway, that's my opinion. If y'all don't see, I know y'all in this picture I put specifically of young Miami, because this is where you probably are seeing the Ari at, right? I mean, I even was like, but this is where it starts and this is where it ends. Like, the rest of her pictures is not giving me Ari at all. The shape, everything about her, the chat, nothing is giving me Ari. Tiny gives me so much more Ari, so I just can't. And if Tiny gives me more Ari, I cannot do a video on some Miami and Ari. I just can't. If it's nothing aligned, Tiny was and Ari is aligning. You don't see nothing that Tiny and Ari is doing that some of young Miami is doing. They're not doing the same stuff. They're not in sync and dancing. They're not in sync and none of that. They're not moving the same. Okay, so I am doing this. I would love to try to do videos for people just to show y'all like this is what it looks like if you can't do it yourself. And I try to shout out any new pages. I'm gonna probably try to I be trying to put up my subscriptions. I don't know if y'all can see my subscriptions. Follow anybody that I'm following. Try to follow the smaller pages that kind of got like small views like mine, and people that got smaller views than mine or whatever. Because the people any higher, I'm telling you, they hot. Like, and I don't care what nobody say. But anyway, if y'all say so, y'all say so. I don't know what kind of stuff people be signing, what kind of little things they be doing behind the scenes with YouTube to be like, okay, yeah, and then they just throw them 10,000, whatever. You know, like, I don't know. So anyway, and if you do build it on your own, you most likely not going to be monetized because YouTube got a way to not pay you and make money off you, and they'll play games with you like that. So if they're monetizing you and you got a lot of views or whatever, like a lot of views, you know, you're not going to make a whole lot from that. It's more like donations that's probably going to give you more money. But like these celebrities be killing it. I don't know why y'all want to give these celebrities all this money that they're supposed to have already and all that, but whatever. But yeah, if YouTube is letting you make money and you got a whole bunch of views, it's like, I don't know what type of situation you got going on. But anyway, I would advise if you want some more real insight or more opinions, and stop seeing some of this fake where they try to influence you and make you go in certain directions. Like all these certain YouTubers are sticking to like these certain narratives. And I'm going to go over that in my celebrity rant. And I'm going to be calling out any YouTubers I feel like it. If I feel like it, I don't care if I'm calling out. I'm very small. I doubt they do it because they're compromised. They only could call out each other. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So yeah, I see this is more, even with her looking a little bit like Ari somewhat, I still see her more face shape, eye shape, nose shape, mouth shape, and everything else, eyebrow. You know, I feel like it's more connecting here. These are all recent pictures of them. Look like when she was skinny. Look, when she was skinny, you know. And obviously she's the rapper, you know. And then she's not the rapper, but yeah, she's the big rapper. You see? She got hired. But look at them. Both very similar. And then when they get on, I don't know, like, why, you know, whatever little things they say she's doing to have her, you know, change up. Just like how she's changing her body-wise. Okay? So I don't know if y'all don't see the oval shape of the face and how that's working out. I don't know if you got to just look for yourself and this isn't good enough of a visual for you guys. Because in my view, it's very clear that this is a very similar looking person. And if not the same person, maybe related, sister, cousin, half sister, half a distant cousin, I wouldn't say aunt, they close to age, so I don't know what kind of relation it would be. Maybe same country, like people, man. It's possible because if you line up people from where people are from, they look alike. And I will do that in my history thing with me and other people. I'm going to start lining up people and see how, if you say a Nigerian, a British person is making us, because that's usually what the genealogies is trying to give you back. And you know, all those companies is compromised. That's why they're giving you back that information. We would love for them to do it again. You know what I'm saying? We would love for them to keep popping together and seeing what that will make. Because I'm telling you, it's not making what we're telling you we are. But anyway, it's all connected. That's why I keep jumping back and forth to history. So anyway, if you don't see the connection, I don't know. I just do. I see that their face kind of spread it the same as well. I just feel like everything is kind of like, even with the hand poses, like they did the same. I couldn't get it all in the picture, but even with the hand poses, it's very similar. It's just, to me, just a different probably like coloring, lighting and things like that, and some paint and things like that. And as you can see, her thing goes straight across, and I'm going to mention some of that in other videos. I don't want to try to come up really close where hers is like, you know, but I don't know, you know, I try to stay away from that because some people's like, I think sometimes maybe it's possible, maybe it's because they're born in a certain region and that's, the females could take on that trait if females are having straight across, because it's not common. Okay, but if it's common, and a lot of maybe it's from where you're originating from, where if you are a female and you're having straight across, you maybe, you know. So yeah, so let me see. Sorry about that. So I don't like to, yes, I don't really like to do this, but it's just, I just wanted to kind of like, since she has hers covered, and I didn't want to really scratch over their face because this is a public photo. But just for educational purposes, they look very much alike with their children. And then as you can see, the children kind of similar looks alike. So I'm going to move it on because you should, if you want to keep a look and look at, the children kind of look very different now, obviously. But when first born, you know, when first born. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys don't see the connections, if it's not there for you guys, fine. Now that video is over. It was an hour long. Oh my God. That's why it took me so long to get it together. So that's what I have. My opinion, my views of all the social media that they push down our throat. I got that out of it. So I'm gonna do my half of celebrity rant now, because as I said, I've been doing history lives and I haven't really been doing no celebrity rants, and I don't want a lot of this like honey bun reference type situations, or like you know, things that's like kind of like they're trying to like hypnotize and trend it somehow. So I'm going to start with the Amber Rose situation. Obviously these are, or everything that's happening is like them trying to say, hey, look at this stuff, but at the same time it's giving messages like the narcissist. How many times are you going to keep seeing this pop up in the like YouTube world, in social media world, in these people lives? They're like, oh, nothing, they just can't stop talking about it. It's like some type of weird like, oh, this is what they are, whatever, like this is what their men are, whatever. It's coding. And then she went on to sacrifice herself to go on and say, oh, this is all happening to me in my life. And guess what? Now the slut walk is on. Her annual slut walk is on. She's green lighted. It says right here, looks like Amber Rose received it. And she said, God is good all the time, but because her slut annual walk is back on. So that's what she said right here. Said, my agent just called me and my slut walk of 2022 is back on because her husband that she just, or her boy, baby father, whoever he is to her, is a narcissist. And now she's thanking God that she can do her slut walk in 2022. So I just wanted to show like how the connections of how disrespectful things are with this certain group of people. And if you want to know the group of people, go to my history. I will be doing a history lesson coming for a lot. It's not going to be nice. So if you're sensitive, don't come to the next history lesson. If you're sensitive about religion or anything, don't come to my history lessons or my ideologies. I'm a freelancer, thinker, blah, blah, blah. And I do believe in a higher power. I do believe his name is God. If not, then whatever his name is, go for it. Him, her, I don't give. It's not even about him or her. It's a higher power. I believe it's a powerful higher power. A dominant higher power should be male. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue on, because the concept is kind of obvious. So there, and it always could be subject to argument, but it's a silly argument if you think otherwise of the dominant and then the nurturing mechanism of this solar system. So another thing I want of the social media, the North Carolina, they try to give you all this stuff, and then here goes North Carolina lawmakers make unanimously whatever. Okay, I'm skipping that. Voted. So everybody voted to raise the legal. So everybody in North Carolina like, yeah, pretty much we should be raising the marriage in the state from 14 to 16. So a lot of people was probably scratching their heads saying they didn't know that it was 14. So you see where we're coming from, right? With the 14 everywhere in the news, the 14 allegations. And then they don't want you to pay attention that this was going on all this time anyway. And it was legal in North Carolina, which is where some people are from. That's also making a ruckus of this kind of circle. You know, Michael Jordan and people like that are from North Carolina. And we got Kwame Brown, and we got all these Butter Polite, all these connections. And then 14 pops up. The 14-year-old girl pops up. See? But I know y'all don't want to go to that. Y'all don't want to do the connect the dots like that. Also, another weirdo situation. Everyone knows I love Aaliyah. Have her poster in my thing. Do I have to pull it out? Shouldn't have to pull it out. I have a poster of her. I had a poster of Aaliyah. A lot of posters of Tupac. And then I only had posters of Tupac, but I threw in Aaliyah and Marilyn Monroe. And those are the two girls, and Tupac. That's a Tupac was just it, and then it was Aaliyah. You know, just thought that was my wall back in like that was it. I was very particular. Didn't want nobody but Tupac. But then I did that in Aaliyah, and I did that in Marilyn Monroe. But you know, these people, if you do the research, is weird. I like that they're characters though. But they pretended she's like popping up. First of all, her uncle threw her alleged character on the scene in America now. You see the games they're playing. I don't know how they changed her into like a Latina, but I'm telling you, they were probably Latina through the whole time. That's the gag. This is probably her fake black look, where she probably permed her Latina hair, tried to blow dry, tried to make it look black, did some super tanning and things, and now she's like an infiltrator. This is how they used to infiltrate us back in the days. Now the infiltrators look very clear to identify, but now you see her, she look more Latina. And sometimes I think it's Spanish, but it could be Latin as well. Armenian Latin, you see what I'm saying? Like that as well. I don't know if they're the same people, but this is very coincidentally, you know, her uncle comes out with her, and then here her album goes #1 going into Spotify. Who was asking for her album? I mean, I like Aaliyah, I love Aaliyah, but who was asking for her album? I think I still got the original album. Like, who wanted it on Spotify? #1. Look at the symbolism. I said, oh man, Aaliyah, not you. Then you also gotta look at this. Well, it's not focusing. That's weird. Okay, boom. Straight across. Straight directly across. So this is the thing. You gotta be either this is like a way of maybe the people in a certain part of the region or something that has like this attribute for women, or it's probably not a woman at all. That's the only science. That's the only anatomy. As far as anatomy goes, research. That's what they're saying. Okay, not my words. Just going by the research of anatomy. Y'all like these scientists, right? Y'all believe in them. Some people, right? I don't have any. I believe in what I need. I think I know what I need and want. I don't gotta listen to nobody. They ain't living in my skin, and everybody is so unique. So I just wanted to go into Aaliyah because she also comes to the 14-year-old thing. These 14-year-old girls. Here she is with and you already know R. Kelly is on trial. So you gotta see why maybe they're all over the news with fake scripted women that's okay with their children being and stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? These people probably not even getting in trouble for nothing because they doing what they already allowed them to do. It's no coincidence she popping, letting her go nowhere, doing nothing. You know, I'm not even going to speak on that because I feel like it's scripted and it's fake. Because they don't want you to pay attention to the 14-year-old sex slave situation of these girls that I just did a video on, saying they both got on at 14 and grown men is coming in at kid teen parties and kids still dancing in the rain, they popping them and then they're getting on. Like, all right, and even so, and I doubt it's like that, but this sounds like some weird way where they picking people up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these people are part of it. Their parents are a part of it, but, you know, because like I said, her uncle is, you know, and all this other stuff. So, and her family is not, they're connected to famous people. I believe she's related to, forget exactly who, you know, Diana Warren or something like that. Diane Warren. So anyway, let's keep it moving. 14 years old, she was married to R. Kelly at some point, allegedly, somewhere down the line. That was being said about them. R. Kelly is on trial right now. He was in Brooklyn. He's in Atlanta. That's when all that stuff blew out, when he was in Atlanta on his trial. That's when all that stuff blew out about the allegations against Brother Plight and people like that. And everyone's just talking about a bunch of stuff that just like, I mean, come on. And if he doesn't go to jail, you'll see what really happened here, right? That they're trying to help people cases out that shouldn't probably be held, because let's be honest. Avant and R. Kelly kind of look alike, but I watched their sex tape and I was young. We shouldn't even have access to his sex tape. Why is my group young at that age having his sex tape? I don't know who got it, how we got it. It seemed like all the stuff we shouldn't have had always got in our hands. And it was clear as day. Okay? With every scene he did, it was clear as day. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? And he's a January Capricorn. Okay? Pagan mentality. Pan. That's the whole side of Asia over there. African Asia. That's the whole religion. I don't care what name they change it into. This is the practice. So they're protecting him, if you don't understand that. It's a protection going on here of fake allegations and girls is being hot. And can you believe that's what they're saying? Who cares how hot a 14-year-old is, nigga? Take your grown ass the fuck somewhere. Run fast if you got an issue. Run. Run like that. When you see the clown, when they be doing the scary clown, and they be like, run. And then that thing like, dun, 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 dun. Run. Like, you just serious? Girl, they what? Bye. Bye. Bye, creepo. And they go very younger than that 14-year-old age. They playing games. That age is just a cop out. Like, yeah, just that they're young. It'd be way. Come on, stop. So yeah, let's just not go past the distractions. Here we go with her doing TikTok saying happy but poor or sad but rich, and then she runs that way. Okay, sex slave, allegedly. I mean, come on. They milk them like cows. She don't want to be. Dr. Dre has $1 billion. I don't care what he has. This fake is made of. He has access and security clearance to things, and when they want to shut everything down, they will. Which means freeze your accounts. What $1 billion would he have? Have a brain, everybody. Don't have a computer brain. Have a real brain. It's mimicking us. She's pretending this is what they want y'all to be, but the rich people want you to do this because they want sex slaves. How you think they're gonna get the 14-year-old wives and stuff in the mother? Okay, this is promotion. She does not want to be under Dr. Dre. She does not want to be under him. Stop. She's a beautiful girl. She doesn't want to be, and she acts a fool, in my opinion. Of how, oh, I'm such a sex slave and they love me so much. Yes, they do. They probably love it, and that's what her behavior is being like. They loved her so much. She's acting wild, out of control. Like, oh, they tear me up so much. Sorry. Okay, I'm about to finish this because people probably just trying to walk around, and I'm like being rude because this is. Oh, I am not gonna finish this up. I'm gonna get on him. This is my celebrity rant. This is after he got accused of something. I don't even believe none. Like I said, I showed you what's going on for real with the 14-year-old situation and the sex rings and the sex slaves, and give the rich men your young stuff and tear you out until you act crazy online. So stay with that focus. But if you want to get into the distraction, since he's stealing with that meat and potatoes, that 14, he started working at 14 in that devil line. That was my 3 stealings. And he already admitted in a recent thing because he must have been hearing me. They must have been hearing me complaining. I don't think he or them watch it. They are the puppets. They are the face. They are just getting themselves ready for TV or something. Okay, they're not doing everything like me. They got handlers and they got people, they got the handlers. I don't want to say people working for them. Those are handlers. Those people, right? Oh, they be looking like, oh, can you pass me the peanut butter? Let me get some protein in, right? It's my time to get the protein because I look good when I come on here. Anyway, only one I'm getting into because I don't like people stealing like that. I don't care if you take this and you're talking about bad stuff and you're trying to get the bad guys and you're trying to be a vigilance or whatever the fuck. I don't care what you're trying to be. If you're trying to tell us that you was innocent and then it wasn't, not saying innocent and wild like this, you can't come back from any kind of weird stuff like this. But like saying like if you was like a, a victim or something, whatever, like, and you didn't do nothing back, like ain't no hostile. Kim be a victim and did some stuff and try to be, no. But, whatever he's doing, I don't know. I don't subscribe, but I check stuff here and there. Let's get on him, and I'm out of here.
But I had to go get my crab legs and stuff, because,
this is after he got locked up.
Some gun ate my crab legs. I really didn't like that.
These people are sick. He went and got he went and got a mum bank. He went and got a mum bank after he got locked up for some weird stuff.
But,
he deserved a mum bank.
Crab legs and stuff, because, whole world some gun ate my crab legs. I really didn't like that. So I said I deserve crab legs too. So I added in a little lobster tail. I was in there cooking, mama's cooking. Make sure. I added some
spirit cooking, aka in my opinion. So I'm eat that turkey ball. Now we're gonna rewind that back.
Some potato.
All that good stuff, and you ate a turkey ball.
Whole world some gun ate my crab legs.
Now I rewinded it.
So I said I deserve crab legs.
When I rewind something, I'm taping it. I'm just calling
I
it.
added in a little lobster tail. I was in there cooking, mama's cooking. Make sure. I added some turkey dogs.
Turkey dog. And that, look how he's looking at the camera and putting the turkey dog in his mouth. I'm telling y'all, he started the show with this after he got locked up. Do y'all not get it? He just got locked up for some weird shit. He's starting the very beginning of his show. Look, 1 minute and 40 seconds. I laughed because I said this is so subliminal.
I added some potatoes just like I.
Oh my God, do y'all not get it? Am I the only one in the world? I mean, because I'm a January Capricorn. I get it.
Make sure.
Look how he looks at the camera.
I deserve crab legs.
Oh my Jesus, Kanye put
So
the
I added a little lobster
turkey
tail.
dog and threw it in his mouth cooking. Now I'm gonna show you why he did that. I wanted to catch it at a.
That's what I was waiting for. Sorry.
I was trying to get that. I wanted to get this. Oh
This is what
my
I wanted.
God. Oh, wait a second. And I'm gonna even be annoying her. I'm gonna be even annoying her. And get a close up. Now I don't got nothing against this person. I just didn't like how he's taking my lines. And then he admitted on a recent, not like before he got locked up, because I was paying attention to a lot of his streams because they've been arguing and making everybody pay attention to them when they should be listening to other things. But it's okay. If y'all interested in that kind of stuff, go for it. And he said that they are taking smaller. He said it might be happening that smaller YouTube channels are getting they little things they saying or little titles or whatever taken and giving it to big YouTubers that people could see. Now I know just like what they say about the Cardi B video or like the music or whatever, when they standing people, that's hurtful. I'm sorry. You know, when you think you got something and it's yours, and then you see somebody bigger, and then everybody's like, I love it. It should make millions of dollars. And I'm not saying what he done. That's not my situation, but it's just annoying because it's like, really, because I should be having that video game. Can you put it at least cut somebody because you knew y'all taking it. Whoever's your handler. Whoever's taking it, tell them, hey, whoever, if you're taking this for somebody, please give them a cash app or something. Because they're going to be popping junk about me. Now, and I'm not saying all of that because it was very light. So I'm going to keep it light and I'm just being funny here. But it's the stuff that they are doing is not funny or light. But anyway, because that's why I'm showing you this stuff. You know? They have to, this is how I know a handler at the very beginning of the video told, now, in my opinion, told him to do this because you could have bit the potato, you could have bit anything, but he wanted to eat the turkey dog. The way how he said the name, looking in your eye, the way he ate it, it's just, I mean, come on, Subliminal. A lot of weird subliminal gay stuff be on here that I'll be like, no pause. You're not going to say pause? And it'd never be a pause. Probably on purpose. And I'm going to tell you why.
This is the look I was going for.
I said, this is the look I was going for.
This is what they do to them.
I like to slow it down, and I want y'all to pay attention.
Why put this turkey dog in your mouth?
Do you see any eyelids? He don't have no eyelids. Not to be funny. I just want y'all to understand he's an Asiatic, African, either South American African Asiatic or North African Asiatic, up north area. Doesn't matter. They're all in cahoots, and I have that in my history if you want to go.
Okay.
Look, this is what the handler told him. Look what the handler told him. In my opinion.
Put the turkey dog in your mouth. Okay. That was good for TV.
You put the turkey dog in your mouth. It's good for TV. And he did it with it. Look how he did it now. This was hilarious to me because I said, yo, this reminds me of the mukbang Chinese girls, right? And then the funny thing about it is it connects right. I was already gonna act in my history. He doesn't eat nothing else but the turkey dog. He's just munching on that turkey dog and he don't. He's not even like he really enjoys it. It's like it wasn't the best part of the meal. He just ate the turkey dog because they told him to eat that turkey dog. He was chewing on it. He showed you everything. Never ate nothing else. He just ate the turkey dog and was munching on that turkey ball. He was just munching on that turkey ball. That's how I noticed it was scripted, and they told him to take a bite of that turkey ball and hold like that. He put it right in his mouth like that with his tongue. I showed y'all what had happened here.
I just woke up and heard the song say,
my opinion.
You deserve it.
Look.
You deserve it. Don't get mad, Geechee boy. You deserve it.
Geechee boy? See, I told y'all with the Geechee thing. I was already going to connect the Geechee thing with the geisha girls. Okay? I was already going to connect the Geechee thing with the geisha girls. And then he did a mukbang. And he did the same mukbang how they did. These are, in my opinion, sex. Like I'm gonna already tell y'all about Japan and all that. Like, come on, Philippines and all that. Come on, I know you know about it. Look into it. The children, the women, the trades, the code and the trades, the trade and the codings. And I'm gonna get into that trade and that coding, and that darknet. And if somebody, I wasn't even thinking about the darknet until somebody said something, and I was like, don't you gotta go into your computer and program your computer like code? Like you gotta know coding to get into the darknet. And then it's a lots of trades going on that darknet when you know how to code and to get into it. So is he referring to that? In my opinion, I was just like, I hope not, and I hope I didn't help say something that was coded and then people trying to figure that out. Because I mean, I think once you get on the dark net, you could go to jail because there's nothing but illegal stuff going on there. But anyway, so I ain't advertising no one to go that way. But sounds weird. The trading coding, and this is how they make their money. Sex slave trading. They sell brides. They sell organs. They sell all kinds of stupid stuff. These people don't enjoy this food at all. I see they just slop it down. They don't even really chew. So this is for views. If y'all don't think they do this stuff for views, if you look at the monkey, I was on YouTube. I'll be watching. I used to watch the monkey stuff for hours, watching their little monkeys. And then I realized these people are not doing the right things. Some of these people are not doing the right things with these monkeys. And they just doing it for views. They get checks. They get millions and millions of views. That's checks. That is definitely checks. Once you get millions of views on your channel, yes, you're going to get checks from YouTube. Especially if it's stuff like what they're showing with the monkeys and doing all the stuff. Finding monkeys is a scam. They're killing, they're doing all that stuff. So anyway, if you're going to get them these views, they're making them eat all this stuff. They're not enjoying it. Sheep brain, all kind of stuff. Y'all like, ugh, disgusting. A Savona, Xyres, y'all saying all that, and finest, sinus flu and blue to them, but you're giving them all the views and they're getting paid. So they're going to continue to make them do this. No different from here and him saying Geechee boy, like the geisha girl. And I'm telling you right here, and I'm going to do this in my history, but I just wanted to throw it in here now because just felt like it. Because of the 14, it all, I feel like it's all connected to the 14-year-old girl and the trading and code and you know what I'm saying? I feel like it, because look at his story, and it was just, this is weird times we're living in, okay? So the Geechee name is actually, if you look it up, it's a bad name to call someone. These people from West Africa, and I guess they were brought over here, and they don't like that name. It's an offensive name. So why is he so proud to say he's a Geechee when Geechee is actually offensive to the people that he said he's representing? They don't even like the name Geechee. So in Geechee is referring to like the Gullah people and their culture from, I guess, West Africa, descendants of West African slaves. But if you look up the Urban Dictionary and they say from Chicago and other things, Geechee is considered gay. It means you are gay. You ever try to run with yo D-I-C-K on hard? Bet yo ass you Geechee as hell, or H-A-S-L. I don't know what that is. And that's like a reference that they're using in like Chicago and stuff like that. And you already know that that's the North Frenchmen, African descendant, Asiatic, and these Geechee is the South African. See what this going on here? Okay, y'all. So the Geechee, him saying he's a Geechee, it wouldn't be a good thing. It don't make no sense unless you are agreeing with this terminology. You get it? And you saw the turkey ball he put in his mouth? And the Geechee and geisha, if you're not understanding how they are, if you ever watched, it's a movie called The Geisha Girl. I watched the movie. It's a good movie. I liked the movie. The Geisha Girl. It's a Japanese hostess trained to entertain men and conversate, dance, and song. So you see how he's doing all that music for 20 minutes. And I told you that I didn't even want to dance to it. And I ended up dancing to it for like, so you got to understand it's all connected. If y'all can't piece it together and connect this dot, too bad. Okay? This is how I'm moving with the larger picture, worldly, universally, right? Because we already understand that the Japanese, the Chinese is all connected, okay? And they are belonging to them. Because I'm going to get into Zeus, their god, and the Pan and all that. So that's Chinese Asian descent. They are overtaking their own people, and they're also, when they collabed, because that's not their children. Obviously, a Chinese Asian man ain't gonna make no. This is the curse of Cain children. I'll get all into that. If you're not sensitive, come to my next history channel. Just wanted to show you the connection of what I think is going on, of why he ate this turkey boy like this.
But I had to go get my crab.
And him coming out saying he got arrested right after Polite, and all the stories are all connected to the 14-year-old girls in the news that no longer have to marry at the age in North Carolina. In my opinion, it's a weird circle. If not, I apologize of my opinion being so off. And yeah, I just wanted to do that one more time, and I'm out. Like, share, and subscribe. Sorry the video was so long. I'm gonna try to be back with a history video. Do not come if you're sensitive to anything. I don't care what, if you're sensitive to anything. If I talk about anything, don't come. Yeah. So like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of you guys Sunday. And cancel them. Cancel any videos that I did of people. I want you to cancel them. In my opinion, that would be nice, because that's what I'm doing. Because I feel like they're promoting certain stuff that I'm visualizing. And if that's so, you should cancel them, right? That's living backwards. That's living evil. And we're not promoting that on the Holy Land. They might be able to do that in Water World, but not on the Holy Land. Inland, they be like all on the coastal line, like, but like, share, subscribe. If you're not canceling, most of the people, make sure you're not watching no VH1 and all that stuff. If y'all don't get out of here, they already kicked off from Atlanta, I think, and they already moving on to another department because they're not doing well. And I'm gonna go over that Yandy and her boyfriend stuff. Like, that was disgusting, and it was full controversy. They all act paid. I mean, anyway, it's all connected. She probably was 14, right? Like, share, subscribe. Good night.